Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. And in this video, it's a banger. I bought Commandment and Avery Day 1 with Peanut Brain TS. I feel like you learn a lot in this video once you get towards the later games in the deeper parts of this video, because that's when it starts to all come together on why they do certain things on certain rotates, especially max pulls. Learned a lot with TS. I feel like this is a really good video if you want to learn how to rotate max pulls and set lobbies and how to play Surge and set lobbies. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like and comment down below. Subscribe for more content. Also, I know in the last video I promised I would drop a video if I made money in the finals of the Solo Cash Cup. I did make money, but I didn't play that well. So I'm not going to make a video on that, and I apologize. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, man. Make sure you guys use code Davey in the Fortnite item shop to support me. I appreciate all the love I've been getting on social media lately. It means a lot. I'm happy that you guys enjoy these videos. I'm going to keep going and keep dropping them for you guys weekly. So, but yep, let's get right into it, boys. hmm
But yeah, we gotta make sure we notice what they do differently between day one, day two. I really feel like that's like huge.
Yeah, do we watch loot routes every single time or just this one time?
Uh, I feel like we can watch a game one and just like speed through it, but like notice if they change anything. Not really pay it too much attention, but see if they like change anything. Focus on speed over mat. Focus on like getting more ammo, staying in covert longer, and trading with teams around them. Seeing if there's
Yeah,
like an adjustment in strategy throughout because Grands is 12 games, and you have to be consistent over those 12 games. So figuring out if like teams are prioritizing one thing over another, I feel like is really important.
yeah. All
I think
right.
if you're running Grands, I think it's literally the most important thing.
Yeah. I like the loot routes they have going on. One's just gonna go left, one's gonna go right, and then they're gonna get their barrels and farm only like a certain amount of metal. I guess they don't get icicles.
Uh, North doesn't really need icicles. I'm sorry, as Aesthetic would call them, the stalagmites. North can get cap metal very easily without
You mean
the.
south?
Oh, yeah, no. North. North can get cap metal very easily because there's like these like clusters of debris. I don't know how else to describe them that give like 60 metal in like 5 hits. That alone gets one player basically capped on metal. You have that north section with the conveyor belts, which also give really good metal. So North doesn't really need it. It helps, but like they don't need the icicles to cap metal.
Yeah. Okay.
But it does appear that Avery and Commandment are not going outside at all, which I
Yeah.
find interesting. Like we're just like fully staying inside.
Yeah, that is interesting to me. There might be some certain agreements that have been established.
It's possible. It also could just be like they've played a lot of set lobbies together. They probably have a pretty good sense for how each team plays.
Yeah.
I'm curious how they play for Surge because Surge is kind of limited based off the amount of heals they have, especially right now. Their heals are
Yeah, they haven't even gotten any
the
surge and
best.
they've been looting for quite some time. It's been
Yeah.
they have a
No, I
minute
mean
30 left.
they're pretty much ready to go right now if they want to rotate for position because they only need brick. They're both cap metal and cap wood, so they can like start working for positioning, which is good.
Yeah, that's actually pretty efficient loot route because they're leaving with a minute left and they
There
have
are also
everything they
timings
need.
are perfect. I know this as someone who's watched a bit of this Grands already. Jumper and Iamzo get up top about 1 minute and 10 seconds ish. Varies a little. Like when zone's about to close. So their
Oh,
timing was pretty specific there to start leaving at a minute 30, literally like 10 seconds before Jumper and Iamzo get up there.
yeah.
Because
This
with
is
most
interesting.
games, Jumper and Iamzo will be up there now.
Yeah. Okay, so they have good timings. I guess they're just so used to it from the experience of set lobbies, and now they're doing a little split for Surge, which is pretty good. They're not going to get a lot until people start rotating in from the north.
Yeah, the split pace is really good because they also have the slipstream to
Oh,
regroup.
yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's Yamza and Jamper going up there.
Yeah, might have played a little differently this game, but generally it's around 110 when they get on top.
Wait. Oh, no, this is Cease and Day, and Yamzo is... Okay. I was about to say, I feel like Yamzo leaving the Cuddle Head... I mean, not Cuddle Head, Covert Head is not smart.
Yeah.
I think Avery wanted to trade with, Yamzo.
Yeah, it does look like they're focusing on trade right now. I think that's a very proactive strat right now, like with where they are, just so they're not doing anything, is just trying to see if they can trade. Because trading minis right now would be pretty good. Because they can wrap, because next zone probably wraps down, like into Reality Falls, so they can easily just get back to 200 off mushrooms.
Yeah, I wonder if he's even gonna pop shield knowing that.
I'm guessing he's gonna pop minis just so he doesn't start taking white HP damage.
Commandment has an extra big right here he got from where the pad is located under them.
Yeah.
Just gonna 4x. Zone's about to reveal.
Not getting too much started. At least Avery is not. Commandment, I'm pretty sure Commandment had more overall damage, so Commandment probably has gotten a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
Commandment also is the best solo clutcher in the game, apparently.
Where'd you hear that from?
He clutched top 5 last game when Avery died third zone.
Yeah, but
Like, Avery died third zone at Grands, and Commandment clutched at top 5 with, like, 2 different 1v2s.
yeah, that's impressive. Oh my god, where's Avery getting hit from?
He got tagged from, I believe, Cuddle. I think
Oh,
he overpeaked and Cuddle on an angle, yeah. He's, like, looking back. I think he got tagged from Cuddle.
okay. And they're forced to stay here because their surge isn't the greatest. Like, look, 120 below, so they're gonna sit here and suffer like a worse position just to get tags to recover.
The good thing is they have a really good view on where a lot of congestion is going to form. Like where they're shooting right now, that river, there's so much congestion there, so they've gotten just so much free damage.
Yeah, and there's
Like even though they're like not in front of the congestion, they still have an angle on the congestion, so they're still getting surge off of it. And now they can just wrap west.
it's interesting that they're sitting in storm. This is
Yeah,
interesting. Okay, we're gonna use the slip.
it was
Not,
definitely an interesting call there. I'm not sure the thought process behind it.
yeah, they lost all their chugs, and they're still not even capped on whites.
We get a gift though from the heavens.
Yeah, we get gifted.
We get an absolute gift from the heavens though.
Yeah, and what is going on with Commandment? I think someone just landed on him or something. I'm actually curious to see what happened, but I don't know what that play was to sit in storm, lose all of
I
our
think
chugs.
maybe they heard these teams fighting, so they were like, we can like go there late,
Yeah,
and that was their thought process. Was that we can go there late? We don't need to rush. We can just like wait right now while we can still see the congestion, and then wrap in and try and get a little more surge.
max pull. And it pulls
It's a
towards the
max pull.
congestion.
It's a max pull, but there's not really gonna be congestion that's gonna be formed on them. You see that like that north and that south?
Yeah,
It's all the kids that were forced to wrap in from east. Those guys are gonna be causing the congestion because they all wrapped in the same way. East side of this zone is gonna be the congestion. West is gonna be free. So even though they have a max rotate, it's not nearly as bad as what all these other teams are gonna be experiencing.
yeah, and they have good info on that. I mean, pretty sure they're well
I don't think they
aware.
have good info.
Well, remember they saw congestion just build up on top of the mountain, and they're on dead
That's
side of the
true,
zone.
but for the
So
past like 40 seconds, they've been fighting and then looting, so they don't really have that much information on the teams around them.
yeah, I
They just
guess
have
you
like a
can.
general idea of where there's a lot of kids, not where like everyone is.
Yeah. All right, so we're
This
just
is good though. They're
wrapping
kind
up.
of wrapping towards congestion. None of these teams on congestion are gonna cross the river,
I like
so they're
using
getting
grapple
close
shots.
to congestion. Now they're gonna be able to get like free tags once they get in here. I
Yeah.
also agree. Get grappling in here to get in here early. Not only makes the rotate safer, but gives them a chance to hold these guys like back zone.
Yeah, try to get some surge out of it.
I don't know if they will get a lot of surge out of this, but it gives them a chance to get surge, which I think is good.
Yeah.
Because 100 above is nowhere near safe. Even if it's safe for this zone, it's not safe for next.
All right. Well, now we're 250 above, 258 above. I like the awareness on that mushroom, and their fourth zone is not the greatest. It shouldn't be that difficult of a rotate because they can just use LOS on the mountain.
They can use LOS, they can use the river. They kind of have prio on using the river if they really want to. It's probably going to be a little grief because a lot of teams still need surge.
Yeah.
The teams on the right are going, so the rotate should be pretty free in a second.
Yeah. I like the time on when they go. They realize no one can hold them. I like the grapple across the water. We're gonna use 2 grapple shots here. Nice. Now they're gonna elevate above this team. just a little bit, and they're
The
in.
mid game since that refresh was perfect.
Yeah, that was a really good rotate, and now they can potentially hold some kids.
Uh,
Maybe the
it's
kids
hard.
all the way back at where they initially were. They can hold.
It's gonna be hard for them to hold, but I think they can easily get a box fight for a refresh because all those teams are gonna be coming down right into them. They don't have LOS to hold them,
Yeah,
but they can easily fight them.
and they're in a great spot for a refresh right on edge. Alright, we're 52 above here and dropping. They might have to be aggressive. Let me check their heals. Okay.
Yeah, their heals aren't good. That's why they were so focused on like refarming that mushroom. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love how laggy the servers are. I feel like duos need to get better at like perfect double spraying with AUGs because you can bleed through bullets pretty easily if you like both shoot at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Definitely a skill gap people really haven't practiced, but like something you should get good at. It's kind of hard with how Discord delay works, having like a perfect 3-2-1. But it's definitely like a potential skill gap that I think people aren't like exploiting enough.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, right now we're one below. We get a good half. And I think Avery's just gonna try and trade with someone. They have some chugs. Oh,
Ooh,
we got a kill out of that, but that's not enough surge. 5 kids need to die, so. Okay, we're 24 above. We're getting blessed that it hasn't dropped yet.
they can stay here for a bit though, and just like be idiots, and then just look to like grapple towards like the opening side of half, which is good. So they have like a bit more flexibility here than most teams.
Yeah.
Like they can sit here, they can be dumb, like really dumb, and then they can just grapple towards that like west side of zone. And there's gonna be like space if they choose to.
They're gonna stay elevated here. I don't mind burning some mats, because it'll be easier to get surge elevated like this. There's
Not even
36
just that.
below.
Realistically, they probably have the most mats in this lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about how many teams right now have more than 100 mats combined, like 100 builds combined. They each have 100 builds. Like,
Ooh.
Avery's about to get shit on, I believe.
Yeah, so sometimes when you decide to hold height on your side half and half early, you're just gonna get ramped. It's gonna be hard to counter that. And I think they're getting hit by surge as well. So it makes it even harder.
Yeah, Avery and Commandment are a good team, but they're not like the most experienced height team.
Okay, so this team goes for it. Commandment just full boxes him. And then Avery sprays him out because he thinks probably that he got full boxed. Ooh.
That is unfortunate.
I don't know what the play was there, though.
Yeah, I think you got way too greedy there.
Wow, he gets finished. And then Commandment solo clutches. This is first game, by the way, of Grands. He got way too greedy there. They didn't need anything. He didn't need that kill.
Yeah.
Ah,
Commandment does
damn
a
it.
good job bitching them off the loot so they can maybe get something here.
Yeah. That was just not a smart play because, yes, you need surge, but you don't have to force it like that.
Yeah.
Especially when your loot is this good. Your mid game was really good. You saved so many mats using your grapple. But
I definitely
Commandment's
think he
just a goat.
panicked for Surge there a bit.
Yeah, but you don't have to take a bad angle with a green auto.
Yeah, even the best players though sometimes panic for Surge. It's crazy.
Yeah. But
That
it's
just
first
damage in the
game
back of your
too.
mind.
So,
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely some nerves like first game.
yeah. I think
It,
Commandment's gonna look front for Surge and then grapple Lee. That's my guess.
They're definitely gonna be a bit more relaxed after this game, just because Commandment's gonna clutch. You know, having your
Yeah.
teammate like clutch after you sell is like a very relaxing thing.
Yeah. Especially at third place. It's crazy.
Grapple's under height perfectly because no one else front can hold him. That was perfect.
Yeah. That was really good.
Yeah, he gets third this game.
Literally no one could shoot him out except for height, and he went under height, so he had a perfect
We,
rotate.
we actually have reviewed this game already from Nero's perspective, and all these teams are all shambles because how this zone pulled like max like
Oh, it
3 or
dies
4
out,
times.
bro.
This
Yeah, I
game dies off
remember.
super fast. Like already 17 teams, 25 people left. It's
At the
a
end of
majority
first,
solo
bro.
lobby.
Yeah, first isn't even done pulling, and half the lobby just
Yeah.
died.
It's just everyone is shambles and it pulled across the river. But you're gonna see most of the solos die off on this zone because they just have nothing. They're just jumping each other's boxes, just full suing.
Yeah.
They're gonna be just nothing. Their games are over.
Yeah. So as long as Commandment just plays his grapple, plays his mats, he'll get a lot of placement. But a third is still impressive as a solo from first moving, even with the grapple and good mats.
Just getting through first moving, he's clutched up like 10 extra points.
Yeah, it's already a decent game. It's a kill out of that, harpoons and mats.
And in the end, every single one of these points that he clutched up matters so much. He only won grands by a point.
Yep. I like the
Already
cones,
top 9.
because if he grapples, he won't get shot out.
Yeah.
Notice how he hasn't grappled yet, even with mats, and even
Commandment
with
has
shots.
always been a fantastic solo clutcher. Even back to like during squad off in CS, he's always had just like incredible composure. Like he just does not panic in these moments.
But why don't you think he grapples here with mats and with a grapple?
He doesn't have builds, so he has nothing really to like land on. If he lands and makes a box, he's not gonna be able to get up. You know, he's gonna be in like a bad spot. But if he like waits, uses his med mist, and then grapple, he's gonna have something to land off of, like up this hill.
Yeah, it's very interesting that he decided to do this. I
I think
definitely
this is
wouldn't
smart.
have done it. It's really
Also,
smart.
all these kids are going to die right now, and
Yeah, he
all
just
of them
clutched
are going
so
to be trying
much.
to. Every one of these
Oh
kids
my
is going to be
god.
trying to skewy into a box right now because they have nothing, you know. So if he just
Yes.
built a single wood box, 3 different kids are trying to jump in his box. You know,
Yeah,
that
he
Medmus
probably
just
gets
clutched
like,
him
yeah.
7 points, 8 points right there.
I feel like if he
Nice
doesn't
difference between
Memnus, he
first and
gets like
third.
7th or 8th or something.
Yeah, he was eighth when he started Medmisting. If he just grapples there in boxes, height probably sprays him because height like sees that he's so low. If height sprays him, a kid is just jumping in his box and he's just dead. Med missing there is so smart.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
actually
smart.
such a high IQ fucking med miss. That's one of the best med miss I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was crazy. I wouldn't have done
That
that.
was
Really
a
smart.
really, really good med
I'm
miss.
gonna keep grappling if I have mats and then just die and get like 7th, but that was a great heads up play from him.
Yeah, Chameleon's so good at solo clutching. Like that med miss right there, so high IQ.
Yeah, it's actually crazy.
I feel like most people's instinct is to play med miss when they have true zero. Like understanding like when people will die to know when to pop med mist is so infinitely valuable. Probably, I would probably say that Avery made the call there. That Avery probably said player med mist. You
Yeah,
never know. I
yeah,
would probably guess that Avery made the call.
yeah. Alright, well, I could probably guess what they do wrong for Surge, maybe. Oh, never mind. I thought they were gonna stun those mountains.
It's
Try to...
definitely a rougher zone because they don't really get prio on any positioning. They were a little later than the game, like the first game, in terms of how quickly they left.
Yeah,
First game, they left about 20 seconds earlier. Probably wouldn't have impacted their positioning, but may have impacted the players they saw.
You think they'll get a lot of Surge at this position on a zone like this?
No.
I
I
don't
think if
think...
their timings were better, they could have.
Yeah, but everyone's already in, except for one reality team.
Yeah, we're just getting good surge on that reality team.
Yeah. Avery's playing a different location.
These are the positions that are always really, really tough. When you have grappler, because your heals aren't the best. Like these like edges where you have to like kind of trade.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not gonna lie, Avery's taking a bit of damage against this game. He's already down to 2 minis.
Is he really?
Yeah.
And we got a max pull all the way to islands. Surge already isn't the greatest. Did we buy minis there? Nope, it was big pots, if I had to guess.
Yeah,
Or it was sold out.
they just gotta get in here and just get a refresh at this point. Like this is already a pretty rough mid game. This is a really bad zone for them. Of the grapple.
Yeah, we need more grapple shots, yeah. Ooh.
This is a good job of recovering.
Yeah, it's just the heals are just gone. We're gonna see if we can buy some. Bought one big. We got two splashes. That okay.
Oh, I think he actually bought a big before, and that's why his gold is so low because he opened both vaults, both safes.
Ooh,
But that's probably the advantage of landing coverts, like South Covert at least, is you can always like get these safes to like be
buy.
able to buy
Yeah.
extra L's. Our surge is pretty down in the dumps right now. I'm not gonna lie. This is just a fully go next moment.
Yeah, and Avery's damage that he has taken this game is actually
I think
crazy.
this really just speaks to how high Surge was in this lobby. Like they've gotten like decent tags. Like if this was like a duo cash cup, they're probably above. You know, like if this was like a duo cash cup finals, they're probably above right now. But they're 200 below. Like
Yeah.
the Surge in this lobby is insane.
I'm curious to see what they do differently in the same zone later on.
Yeah.
Because they decided to take this mountain by gas, by tilted. They didn't really get anything out of it except for Avery just taking a lot of damage. And yeah, they're going next. They're keying a team while getting hit by Surge, and it's over for them.
I don't think there are too many other like largely East poles.
The only one I can recall is the last game. The very last game was a hard East pole.
Or even a little later. So we're really not changing like to go earlier.
No, but maybe they did it on purpose because the Zone Bowl.
Yeah, we could have also
Oh,
traded Surge inside covert. But this is what I was saying that the timings they've gone late enough where like Yamto and Japer are going to be above them.
yeah,
It's not too hard for them to like recover. They just have to build, but it's definitely an inconvenience.
yeah. Okay, he gets the extra big, which is really good, and they're gonna play this mountain for Surge. I think they're gonna do this little split that they do. Yeah. Try and maximize their Surge. I don't know if they're gonna get a lot though on a zone like this at these
I think their
spots.
plan is the same thing, which is that they play here and then collapse into the same mountain towards the end, and that there's going to be a lot of congestion on that river because that river, like towards their east, is a huge congestion point because people have to rotate around tilted, right? So all these south teams try and get around tilted, and
Yeah.
that just leads them to get stuck there. It might not happen this zone; it might be next zone, but it's a huge congestion spot. I think that's going to be like their main plan.
Yeah, and the reason why it's congested is because no one wants to swim across that big body of water above tilted, so you either have to wrap left or wrap right, and crossing that water is rough. The one above tilted, the river to the left, so it's where a lot of teams get tagged up at.
Yeah, it's definitely a good understanding of congestion on this map, though, from them to like prioritize holding that river because I think it's going to be like, I mean, considering the fact that they don't die to Surge another time this tournament, and they're pretty consistently playing this mountain, it's definitely going to be invaluable to them. It's
Yeah,
just being able to have like prio on this spot. Avery is looking into the sky. Wait, wasn't Avery playing the other hill last game?
yeah, they
Did they
switched
maybe did they maybe swap because Avery was taking more damage?
potentially. Yeah,
I'm actually curious as to like why they would swap, but hey, who knows?
yeah. I mean, the
Only
mountain that
Avery and Commandment
Commandment's
knows.
on is like more of a trading mountain with Yamzo and the other hill
Yeah.
that Cease goes to. This one, yeah,
You never know. It could just be like a no ego thing, just like you're playing better in terms of like trading ER damage.
yeah, it could be.
It's definitely good to like identify that if it's happening. Just be like, hey, you're playing better. At least you're hitting your more shots than me.
Okay, so we are getting some tags out of this.
They don't even have to come together yet. They can just keep farming them and then just wrap north around covert and just do a full dead side rotate if they get enough surge here.
Yeah, I think that is the plan. To try and get as much as we can out of this.
I definitely think with how high surge has been, they have to just like keep looking at this.
Yeah, I feel like it's worth it for sure.
Like surge in this is so high.
I'm just curious on how they're gonna rotate after. You think they're gonna use Cuddlehead Pad or s-
I think they'll use
Grapple?
some of the mobility it's around them, whether it be their grappler or scare event or like like something in covert. I think they're gonna utilize something. Maybe it's
Hmm.
make one of the pads a low pad and just low pad around. I think they'll use it at some point because they're going pretty late,
They're going really late.
and I think they want to go like as late as they can and keep just tagging these kids up.
Yeah, as long as they have a plan. Only 80 above, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
surge
the
is really
reason
high.
they have to do this is because they weren't getting anything out of those mountains, really.
Yeah,
I didn't see them trade with the Amza, I didn't see them trade with Cease, and it's just these teams are the only teams that they could hold.
you're definitely seeing the advantage to a Booga and Nero strategy for like hard pulls, of like being like actively trading early, so that like first like 5 minutes of a game they're not at, like zero surge,
Yeah.
because it's
Ooh.
essentially going like first 5 minutes of a game, Commandment and Avery can't get any surge, and then they just get like a shit ton like after the first 5 minutes, but they're already so far behind.
Yeah. This is gonna hurt them pretty bad because Avery loses a lot of health, and that might force them to use all their chugs early on.
I think they're gonna get enough surge here where they're gonna be good for this threshold. I think he's gonna splash once or twice, and they're gonna run through covert and just pop barrels.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be my guess. Oh, am I wrong? Okay, I think I'm right.
They're gonna go to the left, use one grapple shot,
It,
and
it would make a lot of sense to just pop barrels right now and just get Avery back up to full, or just look for whites up. They already found my kit. Like, there's just so many extra whites in here,
yeah, that makes sense.
and now they'll probably just use a low pad or use scare vent.
Okay. Yep, we're hitting barrels. Going to the porta potty, I'm guessing, and then they're just gonna scare event, use the slipstream a little bit.
I think Kamima just capped his splashes again, I believe.
Ooh, they can also like remember the whites that are in the vault
We're just gonna
and go
slide
back
in.
to it.
Okay,
Yeah. Ooh.
that was a bit questionable.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. Alright, so we can't slipstream, we can't scare event because there's still teams on edge here, and after Avery got shot, he should have recognized that a grapple wouldn't be smart,
I would agree.
especially when eyes are focused on him.
I think he thought that that team they were focused on something else and they would keep being focused. I think he just made a very rushed call.
Yeah, he's very fortunate he didn't die because he got down to 3 HP.
So we're gonna be going with zone on our ass again. I think we're gonna take the slip, judging by how we're looking.
Only 80 above right now.
I mean, they have somewhat zone leverage on this team. They can keep riding that.
Yeah.
Every team in front of them is basically in though, which is worrying. Like you're seeing like no teams on this mini map. That's worrying. Yeah, you see all you're starting to see
Oh
all those
my
arrows on
god.
edge.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing is that like all there's like a bunch of teams on congestion south of them, so it's not terrible. But like still, this is gonna be a little rough, especially since we have zero LOS here.
We're just gonna be forced to burn mats and we're getting shot in our back. I feel like we're rushing it.
I swear, Commitment's just full HP this entire time.
Yeah, it really takes a lot of damage. I feel like, hmm,
I think part of it is that people look at the person like leading, especially if you're getting shot from the front.
yeah.
But yeah,
But the
Avery is taking a lot more
and he was
damage.
taking damage from the back as well. He's getting held by the kids in zone and the people that aren't even in zone behind him, which is makes it more difficult. And him going up here is gonna, a lot of people are gonna be looking at him. I feel like. Okay.
Commandment somehow just runs that and doesn't get shot. I guess
Yeah.
Commandment's just him.
Yep. We use armored, so we stop burning a bunch of mats because kids need surge, but we also need surge. And we watched them get so much surge in Storm, and look, they're still below. It's
And they
actually
also grief
crazy.
their rotates to get more surge. We're also ticking right now, so we're like, gotta do some dumb stuff. Love the fact that we get to see what exactly they do.
Oh
But
yeah, that
okay,
was
Kanata's
great.
dead. Alright, so
And
we now have a
Avery.
full.
Not Avery, sorry. Kanata and Agers, I think.
So we now get a full grappler refresh, which is nice.
So,
That's really clutch. The full grappler refresh itself is really, really clutch.
I'm
They
gonna go,
rewinded,
I wanna see,
rewinded
like, huh?
where Kanata is.
Yeah, and just like, what, are they getting hit by surge? Like, I'm so confused. Why was it so easy to kill them in 2 seconds? That's why I'm curious.
Uh,
Are they coming out of storm? Like, what's going on?
I don't believe you have nameplates on.
Okay, I'll turn it on.
I'm actually positive you don't have nameplates on. This is why you cannot find them. Up, actually, you found them somehow.
All right,
You have
so
to go to gameplay to see Surge.
yeah, we're above. Are we on
I
one
think
metal
this
cone?
was I think this was the one clip Kanata posted to Twitter of like the guy like teleporting his box.
Oh, they just run in, cause look,
I I believe that was this. Remember that like Twitter clip?
I didn't see it. Oh, they just run
Uh,
in though.
hang on, let me double check while you all watch
Look,
that.
or they just spray in, cause look.
I think they just get in while they're distracted.
Yeah, so that was a good. It was actually perfect for them. Avery has a purple auto. That is perfect that that happened the way it did.
Davey, I'm putting in general how they died that game.
All right. I'm guessing there's extra mats. Yeah. We didn't pick up the extra mats. Okay, now we did. And now we're more stacked than this whole lobby. We just have to get in and play our grapples. And they're still gonna need to work on Surge. Heals aren't the greatest, but
Heals aren't the greatest, but most people in this lobby are pretty scuffed on everything, including HP.
yep. Ooh,
Once again, we know who's taking the damage.
that was just a really bad peek from him.
I want to see like the king stats on Commandment and Avery because he did one for Vidal and Janice on like the damage given and damage taken. Because I feel like Avery is in like top 10 of like damage taken in this lobby.
Yeah, it's actually crazy.
I feel like Avery's just like a bullet sponge at this point. It's just unfortunate.
All right, so we're probably just gonna grapple in at a convenient time. No rush. Oh, a little run in. That's fine. No one can hold him while he's doing that, so it's perfect.
That was good. I like how they didn't like wait. Like even though
Yeah.
they've been like pretty much like going late consistently like today, the one chance they have to go early, they take it.
Yeah. And they don't even use a grapple shot, which is interesting. I feel like I would have, but the run was just free. It doesn't draw attention towards them.
They
No
didn't
one
really have
can
anything
hold
to
you.
cleanly grapple off of, so it makes sense that they would run.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see the zone pull. See if they get ahead early or not.
They didn't. So many teams already got ahead. Like that one ping team that I saw rap from Northside actually just was Jamper Niamzo. They did
Wow.
like a god rap instantly.
So many teams got ahead early. S- This was a good grapple path though.
Yeah. Teams got ahead, but they didn't really have LOS, so it didn't really affect them. It'd still go late. Still only 80 above though. That's crazy.
Yeah. So right now we're gonna look on Surge and maybe for potential kills on Shambles kids first moving. No one's there, they grapple. I
You got
feel
some
like
drones on low ground.
I feel like it's easier to grapple without getting held when it pulls down as well.
Oh yeah, it's really hard to look up. Because you don't want to like open your top to look up. It's really easy for just a kid to run in on you, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a lot less likely kids are going to hold you.
Yeah.
I say you know way too much.
Who?
Me, I say you know way too much, you know?
Alright, we go instantly to the left, right? We're just playing our mats and we're just grappling. The placement will come if we just continue to do that. Only concern is HP and heals. Avery's gonna hold for commitment while he's healing. Then we're gonna smack on this. We don't get anything out of that, which is unfortunate. And Avery actually dies right here. I'm guessing to Rise and Trashy. A new team came in from the back. He wasn't ready for it. Commandment gets the kill on Trashy because he dies to Storm. Now we have 150 wood, front side. Yeah, we're top 11. The solo clutches from Commandment are so good. Kills Nani. Gets his siphon mat. Full tarps. Notice how he doesn't use a grapple there. If he grapples, he probably just gets shot out and die from either height or just a kid running around with no mats. So even
That's
though
a
he
really good
doesn't,
observation.
yeah, even though he doesn't have the greatest mats, he's still just gonna full tarp with a grapple shot. Good armored wall behind him because there's low ground teams that are behind him.
Yeah.
He has 0 mats. He's just gonna try and clutch up as much as he can. Not really much he can do from here except for maybe kill a kid. Yeah, he's gonna just sit backside and just play for some kills. Cracks clarity, he dies, and then he goes down. So that was a really good clutch from him.
Yeah. Is this another max East pull? Pull up map again real quick. Okay,
Yeah,
this is
a little bit more
this is
manageable.
I don't think it's that much more manageable because Loot Lake is gonna be a really that's gonna be like a shit show. They gotta go north of that,
Yeah, they
and
have to go north.
Shifty Hill is gonna look to hold them. So, like this rotate should be tough.
I mean, they're just gonna have to go towards Shifty and then wait for the next bull. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Wrap
It's
north.
crazy to me how like gifted these zones were for like teams on like the north side, like especially like I don't know like the BLM split teams. Yeah, I'm actually really curious how they make this game work because just like on paper, this looks like a nearly impossible zone. Like this lone zone looks terrible for them.
I don't think it's as bad as Island Split though.
Well, we're like trying to look for Surge this game, like
Oh
inside
yeah,
coverts.
we're trying to look for Cease and Day, and we hit a porta potty. What?
You didn't know that?
That's a thing?
Yeah.
So there's a porta potty over here where Cease lands?
Naves is muted, but Naves just asked, "What if they were camping?" You can very easily hear if a team on top like glides away, so they would have likely heard that Yamzo and Jamper patted away.
Ooh, and that gives them a really good angle on Cease and Day to trade Surge.
Is that Season Day?
If I had to guess, yes.
I'm surprised Season Day
Nope,
didn't go
it
deeper. I was
is
gonna say
not
I feel
Chucky.
like Season Day would have had prio on getting deeper.
Okay.
We tried to look for like Surge pretty aggressively though in covert, which I kind of like on this zone because last time they were so far below.
Why is like Avery and Commandment, like there's 3 teams at Covert, and they are the last like team to rotate out of Covert. Like Yamzo and Cease just like always rotate in front of them.
So Day and Cease, because of the metal, because they're getting stalagmites, they have very very like quick mats.
Yeah.
They also get down pretty early because of the zipline strat, so they're able to go. They also have less to loot, so they're able to just like go a lot earlier. Like their timings make sense for it being faster.
Yeah.
Also, I like how they just like stayed hard edge because they knew they weren't going to be able to get deep anyway because of the shifty team.
Oh
Like, there's
yeah,
no
that
point
is
in them trying to
smart.
get deep. There's no point in them trying to get deeper because they're not going to get anything. It's grand. The Shifty Hill team is going to be decent. Who landed Shifty again?
Violet
Peterbot.
Beater. Yeah, they know
Bila
that
and
guy.
Peterbot. Like, Bila and Peterbot know what they're doing. Like, you're not going to get past them. It's also Peterbot's aim. Like,
But they're
might as
still
well
gonna
just
sit
play
up there,
edge,
no?
but they might rotate early if they got a lot of surge. Like, there's a
Alright,
chance they rotate.
but we have no Surge as Avery and Commandment right now. Like,
They have a little. They don't have that much.
yeah, like it's gonna be bad, I'm pretty sure. Alright, we're trading with team up there. I like the patience though. Like, you're not gonna see them try and get. They don't try to get in deeper, probably just because of the Shifty Hill team. And because the team in front of them, if they notice them on top of that hill, all the way east. They're just gonna sit here, get Surge, and why would they force themselves to rotate when they can't? That's just experience, I'm not gonna lie. Any other drone
Yeah.
team would have kept going in and be like, bro, look at the zone, man, we have to get in. Nah, bro, like you can't get in. You have all these teams holding you. Just sit here, get your Surge, wait for them to go, and then follow. That's the best. That's probably their best bet. Because
Yeah.
now they can get Surge, they won't lose heals. They're using this bush like for their advantage.
Sometimes the best rotate is not to rotate.
Yeah,
Like, forcing a rotate is so bad.
yeah. I think it's just experience. Like they know what's best for them, and they can kind of recover. I mean, it's gonna be hard to grapple late because you can get held easily, but the grapples definitely do help as well.
Yeah.
Because they can just like quickly get ahead of someone with it if they have a free path.
They also have 6 chugs, which they can use as whites.
They always have these 6 chugs every game pretty much as well.
Yeah, I mean, they get a decent amount of chests, and they can just save all chugs. It's not
Yeah.
like they're getting crazy chug RNG like some of these teams are having like 2 stacks.
And
Like
this
they're
is
getting 1 stack like a game.
yeah, but that still helps them so much to sit and storm. Like if you watch the Boogavod review, they use chugs like so well to just tank storm and help their rotates out.
The definite takeaway is if you're in a set lobby, you can't just be going, at least like in these set lobbies. Maybe in cash cups you can get away with less whites, but you need to have a stack of chugs. If you're not carrying grappler, one of you should probably have a med mist or med kits.
Yeah,
Like you just need whites.
you
Like
need whites, especially if
if
you're an
you
edge team.
if you have no whites and you're forced to just like walk into an edge that you don't want to walk into, your game is like over half the time.
This zone's pretty funny. Look at this. Like no one's in the zone.
Yeah.
Everyone's just on edge. That's pretty funny. It's just how you gotta play these lobbies. I'm pretty sure it's just edge. No one's trying to grief themselves by getting in deep, so. And you're not gonna get surge like if you're just deep in zone and you have no one to hold sometimes. So they got a lot of surge while sitting in that bush holding Chucky and Nut and Kaz and Hoofishy. I'm not gonna lie, that was probably the best rotate they could possibly do for a zone like this, what we just watched.
Yeah, no, like I said at the start, the rotate was gonna be really bad on this zone, and they made it work. Their
Yeah.
heals are still really good. Their heals are better than like any other game. Avery hasn't been fried yet. We love to see it.
Yeah, that was perfect. I mean,
Whoa.
what?
I saw some interesting mouse flicks coming out of Avery. A little suspicious.
They're gonna go towards this fighting. Even though we're 200 above. They probably get a free kill on Nut because he's getting hit by Surge since he's a solo. I feel like third partying a fight for Surge is really smart.
Yeah, especially because a lot of teams will like rush for loot, especially in like lower point lobbies, like non-grand lobbies. You can just get like free damage on teams going for loot. Like even if you can't secure the loot, you can still get damage on them. You know?
Yeah, you might be able to finesse some mats out of it, some heals maybe, extra. You never know. But all right, we're gonna be the last team rotating in. Ooh, I'm surprised Avery didn't get shot out, but right when he grappled, everyone's gonna look at Commandment because he's behind him. I'm pretty sure he just runs in, use the old builds, and yeah, they're gonna be a little bit elevated for Surge. And we get another max pull. And there is teams already in this zone. So here he's gonna go early. Oh, he's gonna use a grapple shot, but Acorn and Edgy are there to
Yeah,
hold them. I think they need
I think he thought
Surge.
there was no team there. I think he thought there was no team there.
Yeah, I guess so. And never
That'd be
mind.
my guess. He thought it was an empty box. He thought he could just insta grapple, get towards zone.
Yeah. Commandment's gonna be smart and run, and probably overbuild. Recognizes that his teammate just got shot out, so he's not gonna grapple. This is the kind of zone where you don't want to be last at
Yeah.
all. Because this
Even though it's
zone, there's kids to hold them.
even though like it seems counterintuitive, like there's people there and they're gonna like shoot at you because you're going first. The longer you wait, the more kids they're gonna shoot at you.
Yeah, exactly. So they got ahead of all that congestion on edge. But we're still gonna sit here and get some surge on them and then go in. Like getting ahead and then holding the congestion is just really smart by them. Because the surge is good, not the greatest, so they're still gonna need to manage some more surge. Yep, that was a really good peek. Got 40 damage out of that. I think they're gonna want to start going now so that team doesn't like get in front of them and hold them. Yeah, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna get some damage, but not let them get in front of us. Maybe use 1 or 2 grapple shots to get in. Yep,
Yeah, it looks like he only used one. He's got 4 charges left still on commandment.
yep, and now we're gonna hold kids for surge. All the other kids that still aren't in zone. And if we have to, we're gonna box fight. And it's a lot easier to box fight when kids are setting up near you. Yeah.
Yeah, the walls are weak.
Yep. That's exactly what they're gonna do. They hit DJ like 50 right there or something. But I'm pretty sure we're just gonna box fight a team. I'm just interested to see how they're gonna do it. If we can see how they do it. Yeah, we're just fighting the teams that are rotating in last and get a kill on Dejin. It's unfortunate how unlucky Dejin got there. I'm sure his rotates were perfect, right, TS? Because
Yep.
he's the best IGL in the game.
I mean, it's still a really rough zone for Degen.
Yeah,
Like he lands Sleepy Sound. Like, look how far he has to rotate. This is
yeah,
like impossible. This is like
Bro.
next level challenge.
yeah. Alright, so we get another max pull. And notice how we don't mind burning our grapple shots
Also,
at
just want to
all.
say, when Commandment was going back into his box, notice how like he didn't just instantly edit back up. He took like a second to like scan all the walls, make sure like, hey, we didn't just get like our walls replaced like while we were fighting this other team.
Yeah, it's good
Even
awareness.
though like a team could have maybe replaced like a metal wall with a metal wall, it's still like it's at least like something. Like if they replace it with like a brick wall, like he'll notice.
And this
It's
is
making sure
great.
that they don't just get full awareness, like full awareness checked.
This is really smart for them. Okay, so they're gonna use their some grapple shots, and I'm sure they're calming the numbers on their grapple shots as well, so they're both on sync, in sync for each rotate. And then they notice they get to a spot where if they were to keep tarping or to keep like using their grapple to get in, they will get lobbied because they're the only team that everyone has eyes on the rotate because they went earlier. And then we're gonna wait. We're gonna box right there, wait until people like stop staring at us, stare at some other teams. And let's see what they do from here. They get held by one team, armored wall, and they're in. That was perfect. That was beautiful. And now we should probably hold kids for surge since we went early, is my guess. Okay, we elevate a bit. And we both have 300 mats. Yeah, we're shooting Bila, he's rotating in, we're 200 above. I feel like they've been managing surge like beautifully.
Yeah, this has been a really, really good game for what the zone is.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Probably the most impressive mid game I saw so far. Um, I wonder
I
what they're
mean, when
trying to
you
do right here.
oh Davey, trust me, when you've encapped Vada, Janus, and Video, you're gonna have a lot of fun.
Oh, so we're
Five out,
leaking now.
5 out of 6 of the I mean, chat should be really excited for that video coming up.
Sure.
Little Captor X Davey X Vada review together. Almost like something you need to put on noties for. I don't know, it's just me.
Alright, so we pulled first moving. Um, we're just gonna get our surge up and use our last grapple shot. That's my guess. No one can hold them because they pulled as of right now until they let teams get set up in front of them, but they're not going to go that late. Yep, they're gonna go when no one can hold them. They're gonna locate height. I like how they let height get established, like deep. And they're gonna. Ooh. I actually love going low ground here if this was intentional, and I think it was. Mats are terrible. They need a refresh early. They're gonna put themselves in a spot where they can get a refresh with the mats that they have. And so they were able to get in basically with one grapple shot. And now their mats are really bad because of the zones that they were getting, and they haven't really gotten a juicy refresh yet. And okay, this could have been better. I feel like Commandment should have just led with, because since he has more mats, I feel like the run that late wasn't smart. And then we're panicking. Yeah, I feel like that could have been a lot smoother. I feel like Commandment either needs to drop Avery the mats because he is like probably 200 wood, and then just tack sprinting with no info that late to get in isn't that smart, especially when they pulled a really good zone. So I feel like that could have been way better if Commandment would have just led, built in a little bit, or Just a little bit smarter decision making there. Could have been way better for them.
I would agree. Commandment, though, once again with a godly solo clutch.
Yeah. Has no mats, sits in storm a bit.
My basic takeaway from this is that if Avery played with literally anyone but Commandment, he probably gets fourth or
Yeah, he
third this
does
grand.
not win grands, yeah.
Because they are not winning against Miro and Booga, and Fatch and Pamstu probably also get more points.
Yeah, I
So it's
agree.
remarkable, these solo clutches.
Yep. Kills Booga, he was also med misting. And steals his med mist. Ooh, picks up the grapple as well. But I doubt we're gonna be able to get back in.
Out of my height, probably.
Yeah, he's dead to slacks, and a 7th place on a zone like that is really commendable.
Still a really, really solid solo clutch.
Yeah, it was a really good clutch. He clutched up a lot. Alright. They pull a great zone, so.
Yeah, that's gonna be perfect for their mountains.
Where are they located right now?
South
Huh.
Covert. Oh, what?
Alright, we'll go back a little bit to figure out what's going on. Okay, good. We caught them at the end of their loot routes. Well, they have to hit the vault and then cap their brick, and then a little bit later on the loot routes than
This is
uh
game 6, right?
yep, game 6, day 1. Loot routes a little bit later than their best loot routes I've seen. And we pulled a great zone. I wonder, okay, so I'm guessing they saw on the kill feed one of AV's teammate, maybe AV's teammate died. They know
Yeah.
where AV is located, so we're gonna go clean up a fight. Find the solo, which is really good. Really good awareness on the kill feed. Max damage on AV.
Well, you gotta remember, it's a lot easier to manage the kill feed in this, because only 7 people have died.
That
It's a
is
lot
true.
easier to notice if someone dies that you know, because a lot less people die.
So yeah, that's a good kill point. A little bit of surge out of it. And now, if I had to guess, we're gonna go back to our normal surge spots on those mountains. Or are we going to trade with Nut and Chucky?
I mean, trading here is perfect. You both have mushrooms. Pull a
Yeah.
little Key Creo.
Yeah, they're not gonna pull one of those. They're just gonna go to the surge spots, which is fine. A lot less. Oh, and they're fighting on Cease Mountain. I wonder who's fighting over here. Let's. Oh, Cease is dead. And Kaz and Hoofishi, they're just fighting for that mountain.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because both good. It's a really good surge spot, and both teams want that mountain, so it does make sense. And Avery's gonna come over to Commandment to help get surge on this because he's not really getting anything else on the other side, which is really good. Take advantage of this fight. So they have a lot less stress on them with surge because of the early kill, the fighting, and another great zone pull. And TS, what are you doing right here if you get the zone? Are you staying put?
I think you have to. I don't think there's really an advantage to going deeper.
Yeah, there's no spot that
I would
gives you
say
an
though that
advantage.
they only got 200 surge off that fight, and they haven't had incredible surge after. So I don't think this spot is incredible, like in terms of the zone,
Yeah,
because you gotta think about it. The places they can get surge right now are basically just we trade with teams around us.
yep,
That's basically their surge plan because they still probably need 150 ish damage, if not a little more, just to survive the surge. So the fact that they pulled like this rather than pulling like a little more west or maybe even like a little more south, so they could hold kids on edge, I think it's gonna be a little rough for
tricky.
them
Yeah, I agree.
because they're gonna have to burn their heals.
Yeah. Oh, they go. Oh, oh no, they're just grabbing extra heal. Oh, no, they're going
Oh, they
deep.
do go deeper. Oh,
Ooh, now
ooh,
this is
another.
smart.
I like the split base.
Yeah, it's really good.
There is like one team I saw on the map before that was like west of them.
Yeah,
Like realistically, you know if you're this team that like there's basically no one behind you.
yeah.
So I like this a lot.
I like this split a lot. I'm scared that Commandment might get snuck up on if they recognize it's a solo.
It looks like
And
it.
they do, yeah. Oh, that's Aaron and
Don't
Neves.
worry, it's bad player. It's not gonna make anything happen.
um, okay, so we're 100 above, and it sucks that Commandment just lost his surge spot. But it's not the biggest deal because it was only a good spot for trading. Um,
It just sucks that you have these guys pushing them. We actually get a
yes.
little interview on the thought process from Naves and Aaron, real quick.
So Neves,
Uh,
what was your thought process? Did you see it was a solo on the mountain?
yeah, we saw his soul on the mountain. He tried to key him, but he dropped. We needed surge, so we tried to key him. And then, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Avery was hitting some dinks. And now they have elevation on you. And since you guys need surge, do you guys have to keep pushing this?
Yeah. But go to us. Look how much we're below.
Okay. Well,
actually
and
you're above
We're
right
actually,
now.
yeah, we are above, because I literally just fried him.
Okay. Now everything's about you.
I feel like this altercation though is good, really good for Avery and Commandment because their surge wasn't even the greatest.
Yeah, and they definitely won
Oh,
this. Oh,
nah.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, too? We were just about to use that pad, and I didn't even know that he broke it. So last second, we
no,
tried to pad up on them. We were trying to, like, plan to use the pad on them, but they already broke it, and I didn't know.
nah, they
And
don't. They
of
know.
course they win this because we're the one keying them and we're getting hit at the same time. Like, how are we supposed to win this, bro?
Yeah, they just need to play passive and let you guys take a lot of damage to the storm surge, and it'll be free kills.
Just remember, everyone watching this video, nowhere else will you get live player interviews mid VOD review. Understanding the thought process behind the Team Keen. This is the Davey difference. Remember
It's
that.
because we were playing kind of dead side when we needed surge. We should have went like on Rave Cave or something, but we went all the way around here.
So you're saying your rotates didn't make sense with
Oh, so we're
surge?
team blaming our
Yeah.
IGL. I like it. I like it.
That's not what I'm trying to say.
Let's get Aaron in here. Let's get a duo interview.
I'm just saying we should have went more Rave Cave side instead of going all the way around and we need surge. And now we should have like go to us. We're literally dead. Like we're basically just dead. We need to hop in on them.
Or go towards congestion. I mean, congestion is the right.
Yeah, we're just below and we're just trading. We should have just fought them from the beginning. We need like one pump shot, but we think this team's gonna trade with us.
Oh. Sadly, you couldn't
Unfortunate.
notice Avery, the bullet magnet, was below you.
Oh, the team under you is only 7 above as well, so you guys really helped them out. Depending on how much surge you give them.
And at this point, we're just dead.
It's just next, yeah.
And I just run away. Well, I'm already dead as well, so.
I like that, Nave. Not giving them anything.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Alright.
Yeah. Thanks for your insight, Naves. Meet him up.
Oh, you're weird.
Alright. So now our rotates are very delayed and we're one of the last people to go in because kids don't know how to get surge. It's like, nah.
For real, bro. These kids.
It's like, nah. And,
But you hear that, though. Naves instantly recognized what he did wrong. You know why he was able to instantly recognize what he did wrong? Because of Davey VODs.
let's go. Okay, we get bailed out, though, because we have grapples, so we can get ahead of congestion still, which is just this one team.
How do we make something
And
out of
then
this
hold
game,
them.
though? Look at our mats.
Yeah, what place did we get this game?
Oh, okay. Avery's mats aren't that bad.
Yeah, just Commandment had to lose all his mats running away for so long and then building up and playing boxes. Okay, we're gonna burn our brick. There's plenty of refarm in front of us. This is really good for them to gain their mats while rotating Commandment. I think just hit some dinks, because that's what I just heard. Yeah, we're gaining so many mats on this rotate. This is great. We're gonna stop a second because we have kids grappling above us and we don't want to get swanton. Good awareness. Now we're gonna focus on our rotate again. A little tack sprint behind this
Using
drill.
the drill as LOS. Love that.
Yeah. A little bit sketch. But we're gonna get in front of Yamzo and Jamper, so I like the thought process, but that draws a lot of attention. We make some space.
Definitely was risky, but getting in early here is so good for their surge potential.
Yeah, because they need some surge.
Also, just pull up map real quick and just look at the congestion in this lobby. Being like deep like they are, wow, that's so good for them.
Yeah. Now they just need to recognize the congestion and hold it, but I think they're gonna go for a pre-edit play instead. Oh! They know. Walker's in shadow now. Yeah, we're gonna get out of there. They're holding a great angle. And we're 100 above, and only one kid needs to die, so...
We
I
were
like...
about like I think we were 30 above like a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why they were looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like I said, like the congestion on this map was so bad, it went from 50 to 41 players in maybe 30 seconds. Because all the kids that had to hop in, there was someone right next to them. They could instantly hop in.
And that's when they all instantly die. Yep. Makes sense. Alright, we have 300 mats each. And we pulled a really good half and half. I mean, they have grapples. They can really make something good out of this game. To conserve mats and then play for a refresh. Avery goes down first again.
It's just a solo clutcher. Like,
Yeah, he's
it's
crazy.
easy to look at this and just say Commandment carried, but Avery's had some good IGLing so far.
Really good IGing, yeah. His rotates are really good. He has great patience on everything. Unfortunate. So, since congestion is on the left of the zone that we saw earlier, my boy Fatch and Pamstu got a rough half and half rotate because they are out in the open. Everyone's holding
Avery,
them.
to actually build up the point you made, Avery has had great discipline and patience when it comes to rotates, but the only thing he's really hasn't been patient on is like individual plays, you know?
Yeah.
Like fighting for surge, like over peaking a bit. He's been a little undisciplined in that, but his IGLing has made up for it.
Yeah, his IGing is really good. Like, his mid game is really good. I feel like we were a little bit nervous in the beginning and then just got more confident as Commandment just like clutched up like crazy.
Yeah.
Alright, we grapple front, we use dead side so we can swing to cover more ground. Alright, the mats are not that good, so if I had to guess, you'd want to put yourself on a low ground layer for the end of this.
I think you grapple one more time, land, and then look the fight.
Yep. They get shot out unfortunately, because they
If
were
we could
looking
reform
back.
that brick, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I guess what, like 60 brick out of this?
Yeah, Commandment goes front. He's looking back for Avery to come to him. Surge isn't even a factor how good this game is. Avery's getting held bad.
It's a really tough angle for Commandment to help, though. There's really not much you can do there.
Yeah. All because they went too late because they were looking back to hold someone for a kill. That's why it was a shambles like Spider-Man rotate, because kids were looking back to hold them. So even if you have like bad mats, you should still have good timing. So it could have been smoother for them. Now we're forced to play backside for a kill. Maybe we can lurk a tarp and... Okay, this is really good. So we're going to attack sprint and use these old builds on dead side. They're still playing a side with no mats.
We see loot, by the way. We see loot where Tab me dies.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, never mind. We get one build out of that loot.
Yeah, that's not great. There's a duo that is far more stacked than Avery. He gets full box, he's dead. He has no mats to do anything about it. Commandment's just running around, looking for a spot to just chill and heal up.
Commandement's really good at like constantly staying like moving. You know, he never like stops.
Yeah.
Like when he's like solo clutching, he's constantly like, unless he's like super safe, he's like constantly just like moving and just like making it harder for like a team to like trap him.
Yeah.
Which I think is good.
So I feel like it was not a bad game for them getting just completely W keyed on this mountain right here.
Oh yeah, 100%. It would have helped if yeah, it is your bad knaves. It would have definitely helped if their early game was a bit smoother. But they still recovered it, made that game really good. Their
into
recovery has
something.
been
Yeah.
really, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the last game for today.